Welcome to another episode of Have You Seen It? I am Charles, and I am with the lady of the hour.
I'm glad you didn't say lady of the night.
The fantastic, the stupendous Denise. How you doing?
I am well. How are you?
I am wonderfully excellent. So Denise,
Yes.
what's your recommendation, girl? What's your recommendation this week?
All right. My recommendation is the movie Judas and the Black Messiah. HBO Max just came out. This movie was directed and produced by Shaka King, and Ryan Coogler and Charles King also have some producing roles in this movie as well. This movie is about the Black Panther Party, specifically Fred Hampton. And this movie is star-studded. It stars Daniel Kaluuya as Fred Hampton, Lakeith Stanfield, Martin Sheen plays FBI director, you know who, Algie Smith, Ashton Sanders, Jesse Plemons, and Dominic Fishback. And basically, Lakeith Stanfield plays William O'Neill, who is a petty thief who has infiltrated the Black Panther Party. And Jesse Plemons is the secret agent who Lakeith's character is reporting back to. So he is reporting back everything that the Black Panthers are doing, where they're going, what their plans are, all of that sort of thing is what he is bringing back to the special agent. And he's enjoying doing it. And as he's infiltrating the Black Panthers, he's in. I'm down with the cause. Whatever you all need me to do, he makes it known that I'll give up my life for this. So, very convincingly. But as the movie progresses and Fred Hampton's popularity, becomes bigger and bigger, and he's more widely known,
Right.
he spends a little time in jail, spends time in jail for a minute, gets out. However, the special agent ups the game for the informant. He now asks him to give him a blueprint of Fred Hampton's living space, where he lives along with a lot of the other Black Panthers. And William is kind of like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Before it was just, some light stuff. You're, paying me. I'm cool. But now you're asking me for the blueprints of where this person lives, because now the stakes are high. He knows there's an assassination
Right.
coming, and he is now going to be a part of it. So I'm going to leave it there because it gets explosive. And I was like, whoa, OMG, gee whiz. No, y'all didn't. And you have to see the movie to really take it all in, because there's a lot of blood, there's violence. And if you think, Black Lives Matter has issues with police now, back then, late 60s,
Yes.
not much has changed.
Right.
And the agenda is still the same. Don't get it twisted. So I learned a lot, because when the Black Panthers were, popular, and during that time I was young, so I knew who they were but didn't know what they did. And so, you're going to get a little bit of history, and stay until the credits end, because you'll get a lot of facts at the end of the movie. But I highly recommend this movie, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Roger that. So my recommendation for this week is Obsessed, starring Beyonce, Idris Elba, and Ali Lauder.
Lauder.
Lauder. Ali Lauder. Never get this woman's name right. So Beyonce and Idris plays the Charles, Derek, and Sharon. They're a happily married couple, and Idris is Derek is very successful. He's a very successful in a finance company. Well, one day, Lisa, played by Ali Lauder, she is a temp, and something happened, and he was just being nice, and he tried to help her, right? Well, apparently, she took that whole situation the wrong way. So much so that she really says, I'm going to get that chocolate man. I want me some chocolate. And believe me, she started doing everything she possibly can to do. Now, to the brother's credit, to Derek's credit, he did everything the right way. Maybe some things were a little questionable, but in the end, he was not swayed by, the temptress there, right? By Lisa. But a situation happened that they end up being in a hotel room together. And she knocked him out. They woke up. She was naked in the bed in a hotel room. And he tried to explain that to his wife. That wasn't going over well with a sister. Just
Nope.
was not good.
Nada. Don't even try it.
Don't even try. He was honest too, but who's gonna believe that, right? Who's gonna believe a naked woman in your bed, right? And you ain't did nothing, and it was all night. So girlfriend really had, not to their credit, they did get back together, but that did not stop Lisa from trying to get her, it literally became, this guy was going to be her man. A very watchable movie. So I highly suggest that look at Obsessed, starring Beyonce and Idris Elba. So who's your nailed it girl?
All right, my nailed it is none other than my favorite actress in the whole wide world, the legendary late Cicely Tyson, in the movie The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. I I love that woman, and her portrayal as young Jane, from, a young woman, a young girl, all the way to 110, was amazing. I think that's the first movie I'd ever seen where a person transformed in that way.
Right.
And the one scene that I remember, two scenes that really tore my heart out, is when her husband died, and the way she screamed for that man just tore me to pieces. And then when she took those steps to that water fountain and took that sip, I was done. So she is my favorite, hands down. My nailed it, Cicely Tyson, The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman.
So my nailed it for this week is Michael Douglas as Nicholas Van Orton in The Game. If you guys have not seen this movie, it is an absolute gem and one of Michael Douglas' many, he's done so many great performances, but this is like one of his really good ones. And it's an action thriller, right? It's The Game, and it is a game. The guy really, he got in it's a very high class, very expensive game that carries an individual through this series of events, right? And he was at the point of, he didn't know it was a game or was it real. That's how good the game was. And he was fantastic. My nailed it is Michael Douglas as Nicholas Van Orton in The Game.
All right, folks, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And we are available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, have you seen it with Charles and Denise? And there we will be.
Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Have You Seen It with me and my homie. And we're out.
Bye-bye. Cut.
Yes, cut. That is correct.
Lights off.
That's a good. that is
I like that one. I love that one right there. I gotta remember.
Bye.